All right, all right. Hello, everyone. I am back. I need to adjust my microphone. The boom mic was actually blocking part of the screen, and I couldn't see what was going on. Oh, someone said that they wanted actually more game sounds, or at least a little bit more music. So let me go ahead and do that. Was that options? I think that's that. Okay. I tried. My Chinese is very rusty. Oh, maybe I should. Oh, that's actually really loud. Let me lower the effects sound. Okay, that's still very loud. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this matchup. Here we have Fly versus 120 on Last Refuge. We have Fly spawning as the red orc player over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. And I just realized I should switch the colors so that I see what exactly Fly's doing, because if he goes for a Blade Master, which he most likely will, it will be very difficult to figure out where that Blade Master is, since he doesn't show up on the minimap. Because of that, the colors here are going to be inverted. 120 is the blue name up here, meanwhile Fly is the red up here as well. So don't get too confused. I know I perhaps will, as things are already getting underway. This is still patch 1.29 as we are playing, or these games are from the NetEase servers. I've been trying to cast more NetEase games because, well, a lot of players have, the WarCraft 3 client and can watch the WarCraft 3 games, the 1.30 ones right now on Battle.net, but they don't have the time to set up, well, multiple installs of WarCraft 3, go through all the Chinese headaches to be able to get to, well, the NetEase servers, even though it's not all that difficult. But then again, thanks for watching them on my channel. It is going to be a Blade Master going up against a Death Knight in this matchup. No big surprises here. Tomb of Relics about to be placed down. There's that Graveyard going to go, oh, excuse me, Crypt now training up a whole bunch of ghouls. Graveyard will allow for Crypt Fiends in just a second, as an Acolyte on the high ground, doing a good job, well, of just standing there and reporting back all of that necessary information. Blade Master now going to head back down to the south. Let's see what's happening here. Going to go ahead and deal some damage to the Ogre Warrior and those Forest Troll Trappers. Blade Master will take a little bit of damage, but because of his heroic armor and 5 armor type, he takes significantly reduced damage than, say, that Grunt right there, who took, well, 40 points of damage from 2 thrown axes. Now, how is all of this going to go down in this particular matchup? Blade Master is already selling that Scroll of Town Portal, picking up Claws of Attack +6, Scroll of Speed, going to Wind Walk right here, pick up a Circlet of Nobility as well, and now make his rounds out. Circlet of Nobility, incredibly important in the matchup, as it essentially gives the Blade Master almost a free level. A +2 to every single stat. It means that he deals more damage, has more hit points, and, well, has more mana as well, making it difficult. First time I catch you on Twitch in the past month. Well, thank you for catching me here on Twitch. You've liked over 200. That is absolutely great. Thank you for continuing to watch as we sell. Well, I missed the selling of what item it was, but he did get 200 gold off of it. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, a double ensnare onto that poor Grunt. Luckily, though, there are no units nearby to try and take advantage of this Grunt, as he is currently immobilized. Blade Master still running around here. And let's see where his follow-up play is going to be. Is he going to attack that Death Knight? No, he is not, but there is the disruption of the heal right there, as we could see the Blade Master try to get some easy experience right there. All right, now going after that Forest Troll Trapper, it will get taken down. Blade Master should not get to level 2 unless that Death Knight, well, unless the Death Knight is going to perhaps get the Death Coil off. Yeah, it does in fact steal it. Now getting some damage on those Skeletal Minions. Skeletal Minion most likely will get taken down. Death Knight could try and go for a Death Coil to save that experience, but decides against it. Blade Master now running back. Death Knight has placed down a Sentry Ward. I don't know where it is, since I do not have his particular healing or his particular vision. Hi-ho, Johnny. How are you doing? As the units are now making their way back down. We are teching to tier 2 on both sides, I believe. Yep, both sides with a very fast tech to tier 2 and should get there before the 5-minute mark of this game. We are looking at Orc Burrows now being placed down, and we should, well, eventually see some Spirit Lodges or maybe more likely the Bestiary for Raiders. Raiders are incredibly important in the Orc versus Undead matchup, as we're going to be taking a look. Skeletal Minion, is it going to actually take down anything? No, it's not. Doesn't even disrupt the heal, as the Blade Master now heads off to the north. Death Knight perhaps having a spidey sense, knowing that a unit is now on its way over. There is some ensnares as well, as the Blade Master now decides to retreat back. There is that Sentry Ward keeping track of all the units. The Death Knight could come across, get in a Death Coil. Blade Master, there you go, gets to level 2. Death Knight now nearby. Is he going to try and Death Coil any of those units there? No, really poorly mistimed by 120. The animation to cast that Death Coil significantly late, and we may have a bit of a problem with perhaps lag. Death Knight gets in a Death Coil on that Crypt Fiend. Blade Master now battling it back up once more as the Crypt Fiend now retreats back. Blade Master getting in a 100-point critical strike already, looking to deal more damage again as the Death Knight now makes its way back down to the south. All right, down across here, Null Overseer taking a bit of damage. Death Knight wants to use perhaps Rod of Necromancy again to start and fight back here, as the Death Knight just going back and forth. All right, 76-point critical strike. Grunts are now joining in on the fight. Shadowhunter is bringing up the rear, most likely bringing in a couple of presents as well, as that is going to really bolster the forces of the Undead. Undead, however, now with Frost Armor onto those units, and all of a sudden, what was a very, very easy time. Oh, Blade Master, perhaps not thinking or not realizing, hey, perhaps I can get revealed right here. There's a quick Hex onto the Death Knight. Death Knight is in trouble. Is he going to get taken down? Death Knight goes for a Death Coil onto the Blade Master. Blade Master down to 12 hit points and survives. Meanwhile, Blade Master trying to hide across over here. Death Knight still wandering around the corner here. Lich going to go after. There is the coil, as we now see the Death Knight trying to get away. Death Knight down to 80 hit points. Is it going to be able to get away? Frost Armor, the saving grace there, and an unfortunate turn of events as he decided to fight right next to an unknown Sentry Ward. Blade Master gets taken down after some hero nuking from the Death Knight only at level 2, not even the level 2 Death Coil, but the Frost Armor slowed up that unit enough. All right, low hit point Crypt Fiends need to be backing up here. We should be looking at Obsidian statues getting underway. Hi, Rob. Thank you for stopping on by, saying hi, definitely helping. If you were a subscriber on Twitch, please consider renewing your subscription, as that definitely does help. I think I'm down from like 15 down to like 8 now. Anyways, back down across over here, Shadowhunter, Blade Master making its way back down to the left, as the Blade Master wants to clear out this Ogre Warrior and Ogre Magi creep camp. All right, back off to the north, both sides taking this opportunity to do a bit of heavy creeping. Death Knight will get to level 3 here. One Obsidian statue going to be incredibly important, and the majority of the damage is also being absorbed by the skeletal minions. You can take a look. Also, one Destroyer here just providing, well, essence of blight to all of these units. Remember me from previous casts? That name, I remember trying to say it and not being able to do so. So Darth, I'm just gonna call you Darth, or Dr. Thomas. Oh, Dr. Thomas. That actually makes much more sense. All right, Dr. Thomas. Nice to see you back here again. Or is that? I guess that's Dr. Thomas. Yeah. Anyways, Lich coming back across here and gonna go ahead and finish up these creep camps. Now, the interesting point of all of this right now is that the Blade Master and the Shadowhunter are pretty much doing the same exact thing as the Undead and the Death Knight armies. They're using this opportunity to try and clear out creep camps, gain experience, and we can already see that the Tauren Chieftain, the third hero in this Orc trifecta, is currently out onto the field. Are we going to be looking at Stomp or Shockwave? That should be the follow-up question, as we are going to potentially have a Creep Jack, as we also have a Dark Ranger. There is the Creep Jack there, and damage is already being done. Healing Wave coming back. Frost Nova onto a Raider, taking it down. And who is going to lose more? The Creeps, looking to back away from this fight, now have turned the tables and attacking the Undead. Can the undead actually engage here? That is the question, as the destroyer up in the air doing some big damage. And well, he picks up Unholy Aura for that Death Knight. Perhaps the most useless item on the Death Knight, as the Death Knight already had level 1 Unholy Aura. That item may be sold for better things, as the Death Knight now wanders around again. Meanwhile, back down to the south, Tauren Chieftain with Endurance Aura, allowing that Blade Master to attack slightly faster. We are, well, I would have thought, yes, we are getting the fortified armor upgrades on those Orc Burrows to prevent the bonus damage from those destroyers and reduce the amount of damage from those Crypt Fiends. Heavy armor still takes full damage from piercing. Meanwhile, well, fortified armor takes significantly reduced damage from piercing. All right, Shade not revealed. Nothing being revealed here. Dark Ranger, more units coming back in from the other side. Kodo Beast wants to eat something, but, well, knows that it's just going to get absolutely picked apart by those Crypt Fiends. Raiders now joining in on the fight, as we are looking at about an even supply count. 48 compared to 49. One Shade. Is it going to actually keep track of these units heading up onto the high ground? That could be a key deal, as the Shade is trying to keep track of this army. Blade Master keeping tabs on the Rock Golem creep camp here. Death Knight is dangerously getting close to level 4. Nope, there is a big experience steal right there. And also, did it pick up an item? I'm not sure. But with plus 14 damage on a level 3 Blade Master, that Blade Master's damage is already very high. Belt of Giant Strength could get transferred over to the Tauren Chieftain, giving him not only hit points, but also damage as well, since he is a strength-based hero. Kodo Beast preparing to head off to the north. Both sides playing, well, creep camps 2018, looking to just get more and more creep camps as much as possible. You can see Command Aura also being picked up as well. All of the undead units getting plus 10% damage. That is essentially like getting 1-0 upgrades or an additional tier of upgrades across all of your units, including heroes. Death Knight heading back off to the north. Crypt Fiend, well, it looked like it got purged by the Blade Master's Orb of Lightning. Orb of Lightning is very problematic, as we also see some Banshees in the mix as well. 120 is in a good spot, has a decent sized army. Blade Master, wait, why is it just standing around and not even being taken care of or attacked? They finally realized, hey, wait a second, I have my army here and all you have is a lone hero. Perhaps I can do some damage. As the Blade Master now looks to back up here. Is he buying time or doing a good job here? Let's take a look. Death Coil should be coming across. Death Knight should be looking for a Death Coil, as the Death Knight still wandering back and forth here. Blade Master does have Curse, so he's going to be missing his target occasionally as well. All right, Sentry Wards, Blade Master, Orb of Lightning, all of that heading back home, perhaps to live and fight another day, as the Tauren Chieftain, also with a Ring of Regeneration, going to be extremely helpful. Healing Salve also on that Blade Master, as the Blade Master needs a little bit more mana.
Research complete.
60 supply compared to 50. We are now putting pressure onto that front door. Wind Riders are being trained up. That is not a good spot to be in, as well, the Wind Riders would just get eaten alive by those Crypt Fiends once Web is used. I don't believe that Wind Rider will see the light of day. A couple of ensnares now going down. Raiders now chasing after all these units, but this is not looking good at all. Fly trying to push back here. 120. What is he going to do? Raiders are going to get taken down. Fly now trying to push back here. One Raider down. Another Grunt could get taken down as well. There it goes. And the supply discrepancy between these two armies is going to grow and grow. Blade Master not actually being in on the fight is actually a huge issue, as the Blade Master is spending too much time chasing and not enough time actually finishing off units. 44 supply compared to 56, and this looks like 120 is just going to have a walk in the park, or the park being this, well, Orc base, and enjoy himself very much, as the Crypt Fiends are now pushing Fly back even out of his own base. All right, a couple of ensnares, more damage being thrown around back and forth. Blade Master looking perhaps to try and finish things off. Blade Master does have a Potion of Healing Seal. Could go after that big stomp right there, but, well, not enough. Blade Master uses that Potion of Healing, trying to finish off more units, but too much focus fire damage, not enough health, and that should be the end of that. The Blade Master perhaps hoping to get a Potion of Healing here in just a second. 39 supply compared to 60. but I believe that is going to be the game. Kodo Beast is digesting only one Crypt Fiend. If another Crypt Fiend was perhaps being digested, you could try and wait it out as the Blade Master finally goes down, melting at the hands of the undead army, and that is the game. 120, capitalizing early on a Blade Master death, causing problems for Fly, and in the end, Fly was just unable to recover. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.